Welcome back, guys. Today I'm doing a harvest. I normally do a harvest here every 3 or 4 days, and I started with culantro, and then I moved on to Roma and some marzano tomatoes, and then to my celebrities. So my celebrities looking good. However, there are a few of these celebrities that have been eaten by something. And what I did a couple of days ago, I put a net over my celebrity tomatoes, and I'm going to show you here in a second. Then I moved over to the King Arthur bell peppers. These always do really well up here. And then jalapeños. I don't need jalapeños, but I do give them away. Probably my daughter and grandchildren would enjoy these a lot more than I will. Let me see. They look almost the same, marzanos and Roma tomatoes. I see this pepper plant right here. It's kind of heavy with these two peppers, so I'm gonna have to stake it. I don't know if you can see that on the side. Yeah, I'm gonna have to stake it up. I'm gonna have to cut a little piece of wood, or maybe get more bamboo sticks, kind of like what I have here. These bamboo sticks are great, and then I can put these clips to hold the plant up, and it can hold as many peppers as it can grow. Okay, so here are my celebrity tomatoes, and I put this net around them, all the way around, because I saw some birds coming in and out of this space, and they had eaten a little bit of some of the tomatoes, as you can see here. Now I am guessing those are birds, but now they can't get in. You see, these holes in this netting. It's about, I'm gonna guess about a ½ inch, and I covered the entire bed. But besides, I lost a couple, but no big deal. I have tons and tons of tomatoes here. Some marzanos, aromas over there. Now, the kale and the Swiss chard I cut back completely about a week and a half ago, and look at it, it's already growing, and I don't see any bugs like before. Like before, the bugs were eating all the leaves, but I think we're over that now, and the bugs are gone, and now they're gonna grow in nicely. Yep. And as you saw in a previous video, I harvested my potatoes. My sweet peppers for sofrito, they're not ready yet. These plants are growing bigger than I thought. They're huge, and they're filled with peppers, little tiny peppers. Some of them are big, but they're not ready yet. They should be ready within a week or two. See this plant here? These are big, so once they start turning orange or red, that's when I'm gonna harvest them. And a lot of the plants here have them, and some here as well. Well, yeah, these are smaller. Well, some are big, but you get the idea. Look at that. You see that? This plant has quite a few, and lots of flowers as well. So I think I'll be harvesting these kind of peppers for the next couple of months. I also planted beets. Now is the time to plant beets. Normally beets take about what, 70, 80 days to harvest once you plant them. I went to the local nursery and I bought all their beet plants, all the beet plants that they had left, about 12 of them. And I came here, I planted them, and hopefully by mid-October, I should be able to pull them out and harvest. Here on this other bed, we have more sweet peppers. What else do I have here? Oh, gandules. Pigeon peas. They're doing well, and they're flowering. And I do have some Japanese beetle, but I set up a trap for Japanese beetles about 3 days ago, and they're minimum now. As you saw, there was only one on this plant, and a couple of weeks ago there must have been 10 of them. And I set up the trap about 30 feet away under that tree, and now mostly they're disappearing. I don't have that many Japanese beetles here, by the way, like some other homestead in the south where they have like hundreds or thousands of them. Here, not so bad. Oh, I need to harvest one more thing. Cucumbers. The plants are dying out because it's time for them to go. Normally, ideally, if you're gonna plant cucumbers, I will plant cucumbers, say April, plant a couple of plants. A month after that, plant 2 more. A month after that, plant 2 more. Then that way, when the newer plants or the oldest plants die away, then you'll have newer plants that can keep producing cucumbers. And my wife has been doing lots and lots of smoothies. We eat cucumbers and smoothies almost every day. Acorn squash are doing well. My other squash as well. Oh yeah, and I've been harvesting mint over the last couple of days too. My wife is making teas with these. I don't know if I can do anything with the elephant ears or yautía, but we'll see at the end of the season. So I harvested some cherry tomatoes and the cucumbers. Now I have way too many cucumbers, so I'm gonna give them away to my daughter and grandchildren. And these normally don't make it inside the house. I eat them right here. There's a lot here. My wife is gonna be happy. Now remember a few weeks ago I had a groundhog problem and the groundhog was eating my squash. Well, I got a trap. So right here. So my plan was to trap him and take him to a forest nearby where he could do no harm, because I don't want to kill him. I bought that Have-A-Heart trap at Lowe's, and I want to trap him, and like I said a second ago, put him far away from here. I have a couple of forests nearby, and the groundhog hasn't shown up in a week. I don't know what happened. Normally they live under my shed. The rabbits used to live there, but they got evicted by the groundhog. Now the rabbits are living in the front of my house, but my little friend hasn't shown up, so I don't know. Maybe he did move on, and he cannot eat my plants nor my squash. Maybe he got married and moved on to somebody else's shed. Who knows? This bucket, little bucket, is full, and yeah, like I said, my wife is gonna be super happy. We're gonna be eating a lot of organic stuff here for the next few days. All right, guys, let me introduce you to my 6 other little friends. My Silkie chicks. I bring them outside for 2 hours a day, and here they are. They're about 4 weeks old, but they're still tiny. They are a bantam chick, meaning that they're a small breed. They're not standard. And yeah, 3 of them are yellow and white, and 2 are dark gray. They're absolutely beautiful. It's time for me to bring them inside, and yeah, they like coming outside every day, but I only put them out here for 2 hours. And I have this netting here so they don't go through that, because I'm sure if they wanted to, they could. All right, this is my number 1. He was born first, and I say he because that's a cockerel. It's male, and I know he was born first because he has a mark behind his neck. Let me see if I can show you. Right behind his neck, he's got a dark mark. Not so visible anymore, but I know. Hey, watch it, watch it. I know he was yeah, still there. So what I definitely have 3 males. 2 females, and that last one, that 6, I'm not sure. And the reason is because that 6th one is not quite as big as a male, but not quite as small as a female. So he or she could be either or. So I mean, it's hard for me to identify silky chicks when it comes to male and females, but I know that the males are usually larger and they stand tall and straight, and the females are always smaller. So let me see, that's a female, and that yellow one turning white is a female as well. Let me put them in this bucket. This is how I take them inside. Okay, this is my number 1. I mean, he was all yellow when he was born, and about a week and a half ago he started turning white. All right, here he goes. Okay. Now, oh, okay, you'll come next. This one is definitely male. Yeah, he's got a nice pattern on his wings. Okay. Yeah, by his stance, yeah, he's trying to peck me. He's a male as well. Okay. And this one, not sure. Probably female. Yep, female. Come here. Now these two, that one is definitely female. Yeah, they're friendly. These are friendlier chicks, more friendly than standard chickens. I couldn't do this with my standard chickens. My standard chickens will be all the way in the corner, and it will be very hard to catch them. Come on. And this is my last male. Come on. I know I got dirty hands, but they don't care. Come on. You see how easy that was? Beautiful colors, right? Look at the feathers on their feet. Oh! He's okay. All right, in you go. And these are my other silkies. They're 3 months old now, and I'm working on their coop outside. And that should be done in the next week or 2. They're bigger, a lot bigger, and they're beautiful. And I take these outside too for 2 hours a day. 2 hours for the big silkies and 2 hours for the little silkies. And guys, one tip, if you're growing silky chickens, you see the feed for baby chicks, it's a little bit too thick or too big. So what I do is I grind it in this coffee grinder, similar to what my grandmother had when I was a kid, so she can grind her coffee. Now, why do I grind it? Because when you have baby chicks, especially silkies, they have small mouths or small beaks. And what they do is they spill the big grains, if you will. They spill the big grain looking for the little tiny bits of feed because they can't really swallow these big chunks. So what I do is I do this. I throw it in here and I grind it. and it comes out a lot finer. And for baby chicks, they find it easy or easier to eat and swallow. Look at that, a lot finer. You see that, guys? This is the normal chick feed, and this is what I just ground. This is a lot easier to eat, a lot easier for them, and they enjoy this a lot more. This, they'll peck through it and spill it all over the place. But I'm only gonna be grinding it for maybe 3 more weeks. After that, they'll be big enough so they can eat standard or normal size chick feed. All right, guys, I'm here with my number 1. He wants to say goodbye. And with that, you guys have a good morning, afternoon, or night, wherever you are. I'll see you mañana. All right, bye.